Hi, welcome to today's Vinyasa flow. For today's practice, you might want a block or a thick sturdy book will work just fine, and a yoga strap. Now, we don't use these as often. I don't have a traditional yoga strap in my house. I have a very fancy piece of fabric that's been tied together. You can use something like this. A scarf works really well, or a blanket that's been rolled up, or honestly, you'll be able to practice just fine without it. So, starting in a reclined position, if you are using the strap, you'll want it towards the middle of your mat so that it's in reaching distance. Soles of the feet press into the mat. Hands resting on your belly here. Few rounds of breath just to settle into the space. Noticing that natural rhythm of your breath. Might start to gently extend those inhales and exhales, slowing that breath just slightly here. And then taking that yoga strap with you. On your next inhale, pull your right knee into your chest, and then take that strap over the arch or middle part of your foot, extending your leg up to the sky. Using the strap here just for a little extra pressure. Gently encouraging your leg towards your body, keeping it as straight as is available for you. It's natural to have a little bend. Can stay right here or extend your left leg long. That'll increase sensation, but if it causes any pain in your low back, just keep that left sole of the foot on the mat. Give yourself a full round of breath here. Another deep, slow breath. Then reversing out the same way we got in, left sole of the foot to the mat, right knee bends, then reverse sides, left knee hugs into chest, strap over the middle of the foot, extend your leg long here. Using that tension in the strap, you might be able to extend your right leg, maybe not, reminding ourselves our bodies are different side to side. And then just enough gentle pressure here, feeling that stretch along the back of your hamstring, but not forcing anything, causing any pinching or pain. If you're working right around that boundary, that's what helps us to increase our flexibility over time, but not forcing it too quickly. Breathe here. And then as you're ready, right sole of the foot back to the mat, left knee into chest. Done with that strap. Setting it off to the side. And then hug your knees into your chest. Few knee circles here, just rolling out that low back, going one direction and then the other. And then 3 rock and rolls to make your way to a seated position. All the way up and down that spine. Pausing with your favorite leg in front. Hands can rest here on your knees. Lengthen the crown of your head towards the sky. Inhale, shoulders roll up towards your ears and then slide down your back. Arms reach to the sky. Exhale, plant right hand outside of right hip, left arm reaches overhead. Inhale to center. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale to center. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale, center. Exhale one more time. Inhale, draw back to center. Exhale, cactus arms. Gaze can lift up, opening the heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze, elbows down. One more round. Inhale to reach. Exhale, arms pull down, heart lifts. Inhale, reach. And then hands to the mat, rolling over your shins or ankles for a tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale to drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin. Inhale for cow, belly drops, gaze lifts. Exhale for cat, round your spine. Give yourself a few more rounds here, following your pace of breath. Always welcome to add in any movements. Lately, shifting my hips side to side in cat has felt really good. Just playing around with what feels good for you. Next round of breath, pausing at a neutral spine, gently pulling belly button towards your spine. Extend your right leg long behind you, flex your toes, active core. Then set your right foot between your hands. Inhale, lifting to lunge. Right hand grabs the left wrist, side stretch over to the right. So not a real deep lunge, more of a 90-90 here, but we're creating space along that left side of the body. Breathe here. Inhale, release, back to center. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to your tabletop. Other side, extend left leg long behind you. Flex your toes, engage the glute. Then step that foot between your hands. Low lunge on the other side, Anjaneyasana. This time, left hand grabs right wrist. Side stretch towards the left. Creating space along the right side body. Breathe here. Next breath, hands release, then hands back to the mat. Step back to your tabletop position, then walk your hands forward about a handprint. Tuck your toes, lift your hips for down dog. First down dog of the practice. Can really exaggerate pedaling out those legs if it feels good. Maybe you shift your hips side to side. Any movement or stillness that feels good. Next, inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, root through your feet, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale to half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root through your feet, reach tall once more. Exhale, hands to heart center. Taking a bit of a wider stance here. And if you prefer a block for Malasana, taking that behind your heels at your preferred height. Arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, sink down. Hands go through heart center. Pausing in Malasana for just a moment. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, press into your heels, reach tall, almost like a mini star. Exhale, sink down once more. Full breath here, inhale and exhale. Inhale, press into your heels, reach tall once more. Exhale, sink down to Malasana. Pausing here a bit longer. Root through your heels and the outer edges of the feet. Left hand plants. Right arm opens to the sky, Malasana twist. This is where I really prefer the block. It helps me to keep my spine long. So if you don't typically use the block, you might bring it in here. Draw your hands to heart center. Right hand plants, left arm lifts. Twist that right elbows pressing into your right knee, keeping open here. Draw back to center. Press into your heels, lifting up into that star. Hands to heart center. You can heel toe your feet under you and release that block. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale to half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, bend your knees, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to your plank, toes or knees. Inhale here. Exhale all the way to the mat, elbows graze your ribs. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your heart for baby cobra. Hands off the mat. Exhale, lower down. We'll do that twice more. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, back to the mat. Press up to your plank, toes or knees. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. 5 rounds of breath here. You can stay in down dog. Maybe you add some movement. Tabletop and some cat-cows is always a great option. Or child's pose. Whatever your body is looking for today. Few rounds of breath right where you are. Next, inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, root through your feet, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching up once more, back bend if you want it. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, sit bones reach back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to your plank. Toes or knees, inhale here. Exhale all the way to the mat. Untuck your toes, inhale, lift to your full cobra. Elbows stay hugged in, low body soft. Exhale, back to the mat. Inhale, press up to plank, toes or knees. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Or a great time for tabletop. Child's pose, few rounds of breath here. If you're not in down dog, making your way there. Next, inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, root through your feet, reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up here, back bend if you want it. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale to half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale for chaturanga or the mat. Inhale, cobra or up dog, tops of feet to the mat, heart pulls through. Exhale, meet back in down dog. Inhale, sweep your right leg to the sky, toes stay dialed down. Exhale, step it between your hands, warrior one, back foot in and out at 45 degrees. Fingertips lift. Full breath here. Hands back to the mat. Step back to your plank position. Inhale and plank. Exhale for chaturanga or the mat. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, sweep left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands. Warrior one on the other side. Back foot in and out at 45 degrees. Fingertips lift. Pressing into the blade edge of that back foot. Hands to the mat. Step back to your plank position. Inhale and plank. Exhale, chaturanga or the mat. Inhale for cobra or up dog. Exhale, meet back in down dog. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to chair, hips sink down, fingertips lift. Then draw your hands to heart center. Weight starts in your heels. Then begin to shift your weight forward, lifting your heels off the mat. Hips stay low. Lowering down to toe stand. Now your edge might be right here. Maybe you can lower all the way down, hips meeting your heels. Knees pointing forward. Inhale, open your arms to cactus. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, open. Exhale, center. One more, inhale, open. Exhale, back to center. Keep your heels lifted, press into the balls of your feet. Heels to the mat, arms reach to the sky. Draw your hands to heart center. Beautiful. 3 rounds of breath here. Hands can stay at heart center or open your palms by your hips. Eyes soft or closed. Rooting through both feet equally. Next round of breath, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale to half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to your plank position. Inhale and plank. Exhale for chaturanga or the mat. Inhale for cobra or up dog. Exhale, meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands, lifting into crescent. Fingertips lift here. Press your back heel towards the back wall. Then draw your hands to heart center. Begin to shift your weight forward. Lift into your warrior 3. Back toes are flexed, whether they hover just above the mat or they extend long behind you or anywhere in between. Full breath here. Then bend into your front knee, returning to crescent. Open to warrior 2. Back foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. Generous bend in that front knee. Inhale, right palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, extended side angle, left arm overhead. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Straighten your front leg, hips reach back, fingertips forward. Triangle. Right hand presses into that shin. Bring left hand to your low back. Yogi chicken wing, not the technical term. Gently pull that left shoulder back. Breathe here. Left arm reaches back to the sky, bend into your front knee, return to warrior 2. Cartwheel your hands to the mat. Step back to plank. Inhale and plank, full round of breath. Hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, sweep left leg to sky. Exhale, step it between your hands, crescent on the other side. Find your base here, pressing into that back heel even though it stays lifted. Then draw your hands to heart center. Shift your weight forward, warrior 3. Back toes flexed, root through that standing foot. Crown of the head reaches forward. Next breath, bend into your front knee, landing in crescent before you open to warrior 2. Adjusting your base as you need to here for your alignment. If it feels too tight, you can heel toe your front foot a bit towards the left. Inhale, left arm reaches, or left palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale to reverse your warrior. Inhale, extended side angle, right arm overhead. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Straighten that front leg, hips reach back, fingertips forward. Triangle. Left hand pressing into that shin, right arm reaches. Then bring right hand to low back, opening that chest. That's what we're working on in triangle here. So you can always take this option if arm extended doesn't do that for you. Next breath, right arm reaches, bend into your front knee, returning to warrior 2. Cartwheel your hands to the mat, step back to plank. Full round of breath in plank. Hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale to half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, root through your feet, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Full round of breath here, heart pulls towards your thumbs, elbows press away from each other. And then opening, we'll take our left leg back, it really doesn't matter. Opening to a wide leg stance. So toes point towards the long edge of the mat. Heel toe your feet out just a little bit wider, but still pressing into the blade edge of those feet. Inhale, arms reach to the sky. Exhale, hinge at your hips, wide leg forward folds. Inhale to half lift, flat back. Exhale, bend into your right knee. Find side lunge here. Inhale back through center. Exhale, pulse to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, pulse. Working at your pace of breath here. You might notice you can start to sink a bit deeper with each pulse. Keeping both feet rooted down. One more round wherever you are. Pausing when that's complete for you. In center, head hangs heavy. Opposite hand to opposite elbow here, full round of breath. Inhale, wide leg half lift. Exhale to forward folds. Inhale, sweep your arms up towards the sky. Draw your hands to heart center. Now pull your heels in, sinking down for goddess. I need a bit of a more narrow stance for goddess, so adjusting as you need to. Knees out at that diagonal. Arms start in cactus shape. Hands come to the inner part of your knees. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, right shoulder dips down. Inhale to center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, shoulder dip. Inhale, center. Exhale, shoulder dip. You may have guessed it, continuing with your breath. If it feels good to linger on either side, allow yourself to do that though. Pausing when you've completed your next round, meeting back in that goddess shape, keeping that bend to the knees. Next breath, straighten your legs, open up to star, heart pulls through. Draw your hands to heart center, stepping forward once more, Tadasana. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands. Step or hop back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale for chaturanga or the mat. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep right leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands. Warrior two, back foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. Arms at shoulder height. Slightly different pulses here. Both palms flip up. Inhale, straighten your front leg, arms reach. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, arms extend. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten and extend. Exhale, warrior two. Two more at your pace of breath. Meeting in warrior two, and that's complete for you. Bring your right forearm to that right thigh, left arm overhead. Breathe here, and then left hand comes to your low back. This is one of our spots to stop. You can stay right here, opening your chest. Maybe right hand comes under your thigh. Bound side angle, you might be able to reach your fingertips, clasping behind that right thigh. But if it causes you to feel claustrophobic or doesn't help open your chest, just stay right here. Goal here is to bring openness to the chest. So whatever allows us to do that, that's the best version of the pose. Full round of breath here. Next breath, wherever you are, release back to warrior two. Gaze over your front fingertips. Cartwheel your hands to the mat, low lunge. Step back to plank. Full round of breath in plank. Hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale to half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, root through your feet, reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale to half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands, this time stepping just your right foot back. Is that the same side? Cartwheel your hands to shoulder height. As long as you're on the other side, you're doing great. Inhale, both palms flip up. Exhale, straighten your front leg, arms lift. Exhale to sink down. Inhale, straighten and extend. Exhale, pulse. Working with your breath here. Inhales help you lengthen. Exhale, sink a bit deeper. One more round wherever you are. Pausing here. Bring that left forearm to left thigh, right arm overhead. Pause here for a moment, then bring that right hand to low back. Again, reminding ourselves this is a great spot to stay. You can always bring that left hand under your thigh. Maybe bound side angle feels good. Maybe this feels better. Whatever allows you to create space between your shoulders, front of your body. Full round of breath here. I'm still trying to figure out if I said the wrong side on the other leg. Release that, arms reach forward back to warrior two. Cartwheel your hands to the mat. Step back to plank position. Full round of breath in plank. Hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, reach your heels high off the mat. Exhale, bring your knees to the mat. Sink back for child's pose. Hips towards your heels. Forehead resting on the mat. Arms can stay extended forward or come back by your heels, whatever feels better in your shoulders. Breathe here. Next round of breath, slowly pressing yourself up, making your way to a tabletop, a little different. Extend your right leg long behind you, toes flexed. Then right foot steps outside of left foot, bending that extended leg, sink back for half child's, half cow face. We did a lot of open hips with warrior two and triangle, bound side angle, all those opening the hips. So it's providing a little counter stretch for our hips here. Full round of breath. As you're ready, rock forward once more, unwinding that leg. Left leg extends long behind you, flex the toes, plant that foot outside of the right foot. Sink your hips back. Half child's, half planters, rather half cow face. Hips reach back towards your heels. Breathe here. Next round of breath, rocking forward once more, unwinding. Then you can take a brief seat on your heels. You'll want your block with you towards the middle of the mat. Then make your way down to a reclined position. Soles of the feet press into the mat. Hips, shoulders, head, all supported here. Grabbing your block, inhale to lift your hips just high enough. Slide your block under your sacrum, supported bridge. Hands might rest on your hips, perhaps down on the mat. Whatever feels best for you. You can always play with extending your legs long here. That feels awesome in some bodies. But if it adds any pressure to that low back, it's pulling your heels back in, listening to your body. If your legs are extended here, walking them back in so heels reach towards the block. And then hugging your knees into your chest. Taking supported waterfall, legs extend up towards the sky. Few rounds here, rolling out your ankles. You can point and flex your toes. Just adding any movement that feels good, embracing the pops and cracks that come with this shape. And the next round of breath, hugging both knees into your chest. Left sole of the foot lowers down. Right knee hugs in just a bit deeper, hands around that shin. Left leg can extend long. Now, if this shape does not feel good with the block under your sacrum, you can always try lowering it or completely removing the block and taking this shape from the mat. Whichever works better in your body. Reversing the same way we got in, left sole of the foot to the mat, right knee lowers, left knee hugs into your chest, then extend your right leg long, other side. Hugging that knee towards your left shoulder. Breathe here. Next breath, right sole of the foot plants, left sole of the foot lowers. Lift your hips just high enough to release that block. Lower your hips down. Then hug your knees into your chest. Happy baby, but this time, grab right below your ankles or wherever is accessible on your shins. Even if you can, grab up at the feet. Using this leverage, this different grip here, to encourage your knees a bit closer to the mat. If this feels good, stay right here. If you have a different preferred version, you'd like to grab the edges of your feet or your heels, allow yourself to take that shape. But trying something new, if this works for you, go for it today. Giving yourself one more full round of breath. Knees hug into your chest, soles of the feet lower. Arms out to a T or a cactus shape. Shift your hips a bit to the right. Knees fall to the left. Gaze can drift over that right shoulder, eyes soft or closed. Reclined supine twist. Making any adjustments you need to here to help you soften a bit more in this shape. Using your next inhale to draw yourself back to center. Exhale, shift your hips a bit to the left. Knees fall to the right. Gaze over that left shoulder. Breathe here. Scan to see if your body is still trying to hang on or hold any tension. Just encouraging a bit more softness. Next breath, back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Nice little yogi hug, forehead squeezes up to the knees, tight ball. Then extend into Shavasana. Legs extend long, arms hang heavy, allowing your body to take up space here. Allow yourself to be heavy here. I'll let you know when it's time to come out. body can remain still. If it feels good and is available to you today, you're more than welcome to stay in this place of rest. If it's time to close out your practice, you might start by wiggling your fingers and toes, maybe gently rocking your head side to side, any movement that feels good to wake up your body. And then guide yourself to a fetal position on either side, taking your time, enjoying just another moment in stillness with your body before you press up to a comfortable, easy seat. Eyes can stay soft or closed here, feeling into some gratitude for making time for yourself today, showing up and honoring your body with movement and with rest, allowing that feeling to sink in. We'll close with a collective breath. You can inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, draw your hands back to heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Thank you for being part of this rad community, and I hope you have a wonderful day.